Hey everybody, welcome to the Hidden Artists Hangout. My name is Doug Bellamucci, and you see my cohorts, Jimmy Jeff Hodge and Michael Pops O'Mara. We're here from the back room of the 7-Eleven down in Santa Monica and 6th tonight. Listen, I want to start the show off today. Spotify releases 6,000 songs on the air every day.
Really?
6,000, yeah. That's how many hidden artists there are in this world, man. But I just was amazed when I read that 6,000 a day, man. And that's just by Spotify. iTunes, they have theirs. So what I'm trying to say is everybody's a hidden artist. But the hidden artist is
6,000 a day. So
worldwide.
that
Worldwide.
was worldwide. Oh, okay.
But getting back to our topic,
How many countries do people live in that they would send a song in? My son lived in Egypt for 3 years, and he got into the Arabic music, and you'd be amazed at how good they are.
well, you know, Jeff, and that's exactly the point that I'm trying to say, that music is everything to everybody, but it's different to everybody.
It's different for wherever you go. I mean, basically, from out west, the music is different than it was here. I really spent all summer going out to see people that were just, local, but really good. And so, hidden artists, I found a whole bunch of them. And then I start looking at what's going on in Metro Detroit, or the one in Lansing, or even Indy out in Colorado Springs. There's not a single name that isn't just, some up and coming band or person. So
Right.
yeah, there's just so many hidden artists out there.
And that's great because music means so much to everybody. I mean, what it does to me personally, it's like a psychiatrist to me.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
If you're gonna be a musician, it's almost a prerequisite now that you have to have your music in one streaming service or another,
Right.
just to get in the game.
Yeah.
And with the other 6,000 this week, and it's a crowded field.
Have you ever noticed also that when you do write something, or you're in the process of writing something, you're mentally gives you something to be jazzed about, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Thinking about it, right.
Yeah.
But yeah, when I said I use it as a psychiatrist, people used to say I listen to Jackson Browne and I want to slash my wrist, but
Oh, no.
listen to some of my songs, man. You want to hang yourself.
Jackson Browne is one of the premier lyricists of our day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Let's move on, everybody. What's next on the list here? Hey, let's move on to our next topic, okay?
Okay then. I've got a great little hidden artist, Marconias. He's a kind of a Phoenix mainstay. He's been doing this in Phoenix for since he was in high school, and I think he is an older gentleman now, but he's been doing it a long time. He plays with a couple of people. He does some modern bluegrass music in one, and then he does a lot of solo stuff. He's an interesting guy, so we had a little chat the other day, and it went like this.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here today with an old Phoenix legend, if I may, Marconias. And Marconias has been in the Valley as long as I have, if not longer, in fact. So, ladies and gentlemen, Marconias. Hey, Marconias.
How you doing, man?
Good. So, like I was saying, I came here in '84 and started playing music, and
Cool.
I would see your name around in the same places I was playing back then in the '80s and '90s.
Yeah.
And you're out there, man. You're still doing it. God bless you, man.
Oh, it's a blessing.
I know that you do some solo things, and
I
where
do.
you primarily guitar and vocals, and
That's it.
you also play mandolin.
Yeah.
Are you
Play mandolin with Roman Buffalo, bluegrass.
Yeah, cool.
And we call it brewgrass because we do a lot of popular songs and vamp them up a little bit. So
Yeah, that seems to be a popular thing.
we have fun.
You're a home recordist like me. You got
Oh, yeah.
your home studio.
It's Marconias at Bandcamp. And
Okay,
the
cool.
SoundCloud is Marconias. If you just do a search, it'll go right to my page, I
How
hope.
many albums or projects out there are there of yours with original music?
Well, I did a CD back when CDs were big in 1998, 10-song CD, recorded at Red Mountain Recording Studios and a Tascam 464 in my bedroom.
Cool.
That's where all the songs came from. And I remember the old Tascam cassettes,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it took me quite a while because I kept buying better microphones, better preamps, and then eventually it came down to the point where I'm just going to take all these cassettes into the studio and they're going to put them on ADAT and then I'll have a CD.
What is your musical relationship with Dave Grossman?
We met at an open mic in the Valley here in Phoenix, and we just hit it off. I was impressed by him more than he was impressed by me. I think I had written like maybe 2 songs, and he had like an entire 2 albums of music. So I was impressed with his ability, his songwriting capability, and he was right out of high school. So yeah, we just became good friends.
I saw you singing a song. It was on David's page, but I think it was something like Between Two Stations or Between Stations.
We have a mutual friend, Ira Marlowe, who lives out in California, I think. Great songwriter, originally a friend of David Grossman's. And I loved his music. And when the COVID thing started, I emailed him and said, Ira, can I record your song Days Between Stations, do my rendition of it? And he was honorable and said, yes, you can do that. I didn't have any video making equipment. David Grossman put together a video for the final audio recording. When you go to my YouTube channel, the link is actually to David Grossman's site.
What's in the future for you?
Oh, the future. Well, I'm still recording. If you go to my Bandcamp site, there's like 10 songs on there that I recorded during that whole COVID thing over a period of a year. I started when COVID shut down, and so that's been happening. It's good to have software and good equipment and know how to use it. It really does. So I did all that. I started recording cover songs, and of course I had to have those put out on SoundCloud.
Yeah, I got a bunch of.
I just went crazy, just recording songs and just doing all that. And then in the meantime, I'm playing with Roman Buffalo, the band, doing mandolin and slowed down for COVID. And the future is it's going to get busier. We're playing at the State Fair this month. We have 2 gigs at the State Fair. That's good.
Oh, cool, cool.
Yeah.
Does the Bluegrass Band have songs on SoundCloud or any other streaming services?
The Facebook page is will provide all the links to where our music is. They just finished doing a 4 or 5 song CD right when I joined them about 6-7 years ago. We have another 4 or 5 songs CD coming out hopefully next month. It's original songs by David. We went to Mark Cuban's studio in Mesa to do all that.
Yeah.
He's going to master it. We're almost ready for mastering right now. There's not a whole lot of tools you use for mastering. It's just knowing how to listen and how to use those tools. And next thing you know, I'd spent $300 on plugins and I didn't know how to use them. I was in this band back in 2012, Mrs. Lincoln, and we recorded in my living room, just the other side of this wall back here. I had, like Cubase 6 and some good stuff, some great big 10-inch speakers and blah, 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 that had to fill the room up. And we recorded 5 songs, put them on CD, and it was fun,
Now, I remember that name,
But,
Lincoln.
yeah.
What kind of band was that?
We were songwriters. We did our own music, and then we had some covers, everything from Gillian Welsh, the Eagles to everything escapes me right now, but it was contemporary folk music.
Yeah. Well, that's very cool, Marconias. I want to thank you for taking the time to talk with me today and participating in the Hidden Artists Hangout podcast.
Thank you, Michael.
All right. Well, you take care, man. And I'm following you. I'm watching you all the time through social media. One of these days, I'm going to get out to see you.
Yeah, I think toward October, Halloween, I'm playing at in Phoenix again, solo. So it'd be nice to see you.
All right, man. Take care.
The elevator man has a big cigar and he lights it on the hour, then puts it out again. I tell him what floor, but he coughs and stares, and I hope he doesn't follow as I climb the stairs. Now I'm framed in the mirror of the smoke glass door, and I comb my hair again. I hope they don't see me. I step into the room and they turn their eyes. In a cold gray flash I realize they won't see me. Never seen a ghost and I would not run. I remember when I might have seen a dead man once, blue face staring in the long tall grass. And I remember thinking as I tiptoed past him silently, this is no place for someone like me. This is no place for someone like me. Days between stations, struggling with my bags, past the angels and the fishnets, and the angry men in rags, quoting Shakespeare on the corner, with a bad life on his breath. And it isn't quite morning, and it isn't quite death. This is no place for someone like me. This is no place for someone like me. Never seen a ghost and I would not run. I remember when I might have seen a dead man once, blue face staring down a southbound train, saying, buddy, can you tell me, buddy, can you tell me, can you tell me why I can't get back again? Days between stations, days between years, running from the empty-eyed believers and the volunteers. Oh, they're calling from the corners, closing in a ring, saying, baby, don't you worry, you won't even feel a thing. This is no place for someone like me. This is no place for someone like me.
The Rockstar News.
Well, Michael, that was really interesting, that interview, and his song is really, really great. At any rate,
Yeah.
if you don't already know, there is an organization called Rock and Roll Fantasy Camp, where budding rock musicians pay $600 for the privilege to get on stage and jam with their favorite rock legends. And you might find yourself standing next to Joe Walsh, Cheap Trick, Gene Simmons, Alice Cooper, or Roger Daltrey.
Whoa.
As you bang away on your favorite guitar or sing a blistering rendition of My Generation. This year's 4-day event was held in Los Angeles from January 19th through the 22nd. But don't worry, fantasy fans. The next one is scheduled for October 28th through the 30th, 2023 in New York City. And there are 3 different levels of entry. And did I say 3? Yeah, 3 different levels of entry for participation. Beginning, intermediate, and what's the other one? Expert. I wonder where we would be. We're not beginners.
Sort of expert?
We're not expert, but maybe
think
we
we
have to come in on intermediate,
Solid intermediate, I'm sure.
Solid, yeah, there you go. Solid intermediate. And the sponsors of the Rock and Roll Fantasy Camp claim that they pride themselves on hosting a non-competitive and supportive environment where rockers of all levels can be fulfilled with their rock and roll fantasies.
Wow.
Yeah, baby, I am there.
What's happened today?
Well, today is October 11th is Jackson Brown's birthday.
Yeah, he's my favorite. He's my favorite. I gotta admit it, man.
He is. I used to know all the lyrics and all of his songs. It was really something.
Yep.
So as we all know, Elton John is not an artist that is known for being shy about his personal life. Did you know
Really?
that? Yeah.
I did not know that.
Even so, the candor with which he speaks in his first autobiography titled Me is astounding. From the beginning, the Rocket Man star plunges into accounts of depression, multiple suicide attempts, drug addiction, breakups, and his battle with prostate cancer, but never appeals to the reader for sympathy. Boy, what a lonely world it is in the rock and roll world. You know that? It's
Sometimes.
Poor guy. John and music critic Alexis Petrus worked on the book for 3.5 years. Now, wait a minute. Why? Elton knows the whole thing, so shouldn't you be able to do it in like a 3-day weekend? At any rate, John reflects on how, regardless of the success or adulation he was enjoying at the time, underneath the glittering costumes, he was still the same Reggie Dwight from Middlesex. Body conscious, insecure, full of self-doubt and self-loathing.
Sounds like a musician.
Yeah.
Musical,
A great pianist, a great songwriter, a great singer, a great performer.
Toward the end of the book, you sense that John's craving for what he perceived as a normal life, family dinners, doing the school run, staying at home with his family. It's wonderful to read about an artist who really has succeeded in both the stardom and stability, who wasn't lost like so many others in the dark side of fame.
Yeah.
I can read that book over and over.
So what do we got up next, man?
Okay, we got Ringo Starr. You know Ringo.
What's he got going on?
He's around, man. I love that guy. I met him too, by the way, but it's too long a story to
Well, I
get.
saw him when
I
they
like
were big.
Ringo. Man.
They were this big.
The size of your plant.
Football Hall. When I saw Football Hall, that's how
Oh, it was Olympia.
Olympia.
Olympia. Yeah, well, same as Football, big, huge arena. Definitely
It's
$6.
in
So
Detroit.
you can imagine what kind of seats.
Can I ask you a question about that? Do you guys remember how long their set was?
Yeah,
Is it
I
like
was going to say, I just said, but you weren't listening, of course, that it was only half an hour long.
Wow.
But you know, Ringo Starr is COVID-free and ready to rock.
1, 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock rock. 5, 6, 7 o'clock.
He announced on social media that he'll resume his current tour after testing negative for the virus, which he contracted earlier this month. On the road again in Seattle Tuesday, October 11th, and Portland on Wednesday. He has 6 additional dates scheduled through October 20th. So he's going to be up the Northwest for the month of October.
Well,
Living in the neighborhood.
Yeah,
he
get up
used
there.
to hit Royal Oak, but I don't think that's on the schedule. But it'd be
Actually,
Yeah.
he played. There's a venue right here, just a couple blocks away, that he played at once. I'd like to go there and see it. Except that they don't have any seats. You got to stand there. Starr shared the update along with a photo of himself flashing his signature peace sign and wearing a necklace that declared him negative for COVID. Starr noted that he was vaccinated against the virus by saying, I got both jabs and I'm feeling groovy. God bless you. We love you.
Yep. Keep rocking, man.
You betcha.
All right.
That's what we have for the rock and roll news. It's that's the end of it. So thanks for hanging out with me, guys.
All right.
Thanks for hanging out with the Rockstar News.
All right.
Oh, I like that rock star news there, Jeff, man. Especially do this little peace sign here in honor of Ringo.
Yeah.
Hey, coming up next is another Royal Oak Dondero friend of ours, Patricia Steele,
Oh.
an absolutely fabulous photographer and artist. I hope you enjoyed the interview and her awesome art slideshow.
Thank you for asking me. In terms of the gallery, I wasn't really sure what I should put in because my history with art has been so varied. And I don't always stick to one type of medium at a time. I'm bouncing all over the place.
Oh, that's extra cool. We always wonder, like, how did you get started and when did you get started?
Well, I've been in love with art since my first box of Crayolas.
Yeah,
And
excellent.
I mean, such a variety of colors. I was just enamored with it, and I've been in love with it ever since.
Very cool. When did you start doing this? Back home in Royal Oak?
Well, I always took art classes in high school, and I always got A's, so it kept my grade point average up, and I appreciated that. And it
Cool.
was a lot of fun, and it was just something that I think I'm a visual person, and it's something that I do well.
You sure do. I'll tell you what, that's one of the things we're all curious about. Your absolutely amazing bird pictures. How do you capture things like precise and like boom?
Got to be fast, and I've had a lot of practice.
Yeah.
I started my own photography business when I was living in Scottsdale, and I was able to make a fairly good amount of money. So I bought a 600 millimeter lens, and that was wonderful for nature photography, especially birds. It just brings them right into crystal clear focus, and you get a really, really close look at them, and I enjoyed that.
You have such a wide variety of birds there too.
Well, we have wonderful birds here, but I got my love for birding in Texas because it was my husband's job moved us there, and we were there for 5 years, and it's on the migratory flyway. So a huge variety of birds come through there, and I just loved them. And plus, like I was saying, you get to be out in nature, and to me, that's a huge bonus.
You've been a professional photographer, so do you have other catalogs of photography?
When I did commercial photography, I did a lot of product work, and I did fashion and jewelry and things like that, cars. Sometimes I'd be sent out to photograph concerts and celebrities and things like that. So, it was just really varied. So I don't really have a catalog of that stuff, but it gave me a lot of experience.
Who are your inspirations in photography and influences?
Back in the 40s when, or was actually maybe earlier when there was the Depression, the government put together a group of photographers that traveled around the country and photographed people and the lives that they were living. And that was always inspirational to me too.
Wow.
And I think that's what photography does. It makes you see things that you wouldn't ordinarily see.
Now your other art, is that kind of a new thing, or have you been doing that for a long time?
No, that's very new. Most of my drawing and painting has always been pretty precise. I try to get detail with color pencil, and even when I do acrylics or oils, I'm always trying to get exactly what the subject looks like. But this is completely free. I mean, it's just paint pouring, and it's messy, and it's all over the place, and you don't necessarily know what you're going to get, but it's really fun.
But it reminds me of the fabulous Magic Veil light show. If you put a little overhead projector, they used to drop oil on water and stuff, and that was the light show at the Grand.
I never know quite what I'm going to get, even if I have something in mind when I start. Yeah, I can count on it not ending up like I thought it would. And that's fine, but I'm always surprised, and it's always fun, so I enjoy that. Also, you're using to move the paint around on the canvas. Sometimes you're using a hair dryer to just blow it around. And sometimes I use a turntable or a spinner to spin it on it. And so the paint just goes everywhere.
So what's in store for you next? What's your next artistic venture?
Well, I'm going to continue to do my photography in nature because I love that so much. That's just like going to church for me. It's just a great experience. But in terms of art, in terms of canvas art and painting, I'm kind of thinking I might try to combine the chaos of the paint pouring with my more tight style and see what I can come up with.
Ooh, like kind of float in the ornithology element into the
Possibly.
random coolness. I mean,
yeah, or whatever. Or maybe like bring hands coming out through the paint or something. So just like the human element is in there. I'm not sure yet. It's whatever I do, it's going to be fun.
It's all already fun. Everybody we know loves it. I see how many people click on when you post stuff. It's just fabulous. And do you have a coffee table book in the works for this? Because it's fantastic for that.
I've made a few books and given them for friends, but I haven't done anything professional.
Oh, wow. Well, we sure appreciate you doing this with us and for us. And we're going to look forward to seeing this on the podcast.
Well, it was sure fun seeing you again, Jim.
Well, you take care of yourself. Thank you very much and have a great rest of your day.
My pleasure. You take
care. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Wow, man.
Yeah.
I could watch that video 100 times. Why not?
It makes
do
me
that.
nervous.
What is he?
Hey.
Drum, kick drum, does those rolls of the kick drum.
The guitar he plays and he sings, and it's like,
Now, I wonder if when he plays a venue, they have to pay him 4 times over, for 4 different.
that's the good question.
Yeah.
That guy
I
makes
think
a
he
difference.
needs. I think he needs to talk to Elton John to kind of straighten out his fashion. Elton John could
Yeah.
help him.
Yeah, that's true.
Elton John would have a few suggestions, I'm sure.
And maybe a personal trainer. But I'm just saying.
Fashion. But anyway, listen, I want to tell everybody about our website.
You mean the Hidden Artist website?
Yeah, that Hidden
Artists
Artist.
Hangout. We're all hanging out now. Good.
And we're all Hidden Artists, and we've got us on YouTube. Just dial in Hidden Artist Hangout on YouTube. It's its own website, so you don't get confused and things. But what we need you to do, and it's very important, is so you can subscribe, please. Hey man, you may say we'll subscribe if you use less of Doug and stuff like that, and that's okay.
We'll consider it. We will
Right.
consider
Everyone
it.
says that. That's
But,
all right.
and we also have our website, hiddenartisthangout.com.
Oh.
Hidden Artists, plural, hiddenartisthangout.com.
.com. All right.
And that's loaded with everything, right, Mike? It's got
Yep.
It's got paintings and
Some galleries for everybody in there.
Jim's
Hey,
guitar.
Do you hear?
What? Oh no, Jeff, that music, man.
There's some
I
music?
thought I was going to hear it first.
No.
I'm nuts.
Yeah.
That means the show is over.
Oh,
Oh man, I lost that bet.
Yeah.
But we've got a couple good things coming up in the future. We've got a band called Faint Heart. We're going to interview them next show. We got more paintings, more artists. I know we got everything lined up and ready to go. And we want you all to subscribe and like our channel. And let's get a million. Okay.
Million.
Yeah.
I'd like to be featured, folks.
Next
Send
week.
an email. Send an email
Yep.
to Pops. He'll get you on the list for being checked out.
And we're going to what did you mean, Jim? We're going to check you out.
I just got my new FBI badge. I'll be checking you out.
All righty. I guess
man.
that's the close of the show, you guys.
Yeah, get the hook.
You
Get
guys
the
can-
hook. All right. Hey, we'll see you next time in 2 weeks on the Hidden Artist Hangout. Join us in the lounge. We had a lot of fun.
You bet.
Bye.
Guys.
Take care,
Bye,
everyone.
folks.
Yeah, listen, I wanted to tell our audience that, Johnny Depp is a big fan of Doug and Jeff show. He's watched every episode. I spoke with him the other night, and he is going to be our in-studio guest tonight.
He is?
Well, yeah, didn't you get the memo I sent?
Oh, Jeff, I'm trying to save paper and I don't need him anymore, Jeff.
All right, well, I'll have to call you next time. But at any rate, to prove that he's a big fan of ours, I've got a couple clips here I want to show everyone. So let's take a look.
You have some of the greatest friends. Of all of your friends, who is the most remarkable?
It's probably a combination, I would say, of Doug and Jeff.
Quite a combination. Yeah.
Well, that proves it. Yeah, look it.
Man, can't wait. When is he going to be on our show for that interview, Jeff?
Oh, well, Carl was telling... Oh, just a minute, got a phone call. Hello? Hey, Johnny, how are you, man? Yeah. We were just telling the audience you're going to be on the show tonight. I can't wait, man. It should be great. What? You got a flat tire? Well, where are you? Oh, for Pete's sake. We told him. All right, you got to go fix your tire. Go fix your tire, all right. Well, Doug, you heard it. He's not going to be here. Johnny's got a flat tire.
Oh, Jeff, what are we going to do now, man? I'm so desperate, I'd even take Carrot Top.
Carrot Top? You know Carrot Top, don't you?
That's right, I do.
Give him a call. See if he'll come on the show.
Okay, let's see.
Hold on, audience. Hold on.
Hey, Carrot. Yeah, this is Doug from the Doug and Jeff Show. Hey, listen. Johnny Depp was supposed to be on the show tonight, but he couldn't make it. Yeah, you want to fill in for him? Okay, well, listen, let's plug in on Skype. Okay, we'll get you hooked up and just turn it on. We'll find you, buddy. Okay, thanks a lot, Carrot. All right, I can't believe it, Jeff. He's going to come right over.
He's agreed to be on the show?
Absolutely, man.
All right. Well, let's go to him right now.
Okay. Hi, guys. Great to be on the show. Thanks, Carrot Top, for coming on the show at such a short notice.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Hey, listen, can you tell the audience, Carrot Top, what have you been up to?
Well, I've been working in Las Vegas, but my show is nowhere near as good as the Doug and Jim show.
Well, no, it's the Doug and Jeff show.
Sorry, Jeff. Hey, what did the fish say when he swam into the wall? Damn! That's really funny, but thanks for coming on the show tonight. We appreciate it, man. Thanks for having me on the show, you guys. Thanks, Doug and Jim.